welcome to the video. We are swimming at Kelly Rec. We're gonna do probably 2,300 yards in under an hour. A little bit of race pace workout in there. Getting closer to Ironman City, Ironman, Panama City Beach, Florida, Ironman.
No, you can do it. You can
So
do it.
let's get this started. It's in the rain and we're training. So why do we do triathlons? Why do we do any sport for that matter? We're gonna break it down and let you know. All right, pool's about 78. Doing some race pace work and also pacing ourselves. Now we're gonna do a goo vanilla bean. Not the greatest. It works for about every 45 minutes. We're about 5 minutes in the swim. Got a big part of the swim knocked out. Like I said before, peel it back of the tongue. Just knock it out. It tastes like icing almost, I feel like. It just keeps reminding me of like icing on a cake. It'll definitely help with the water temp. Get me moving. And the faster you move, the warmer it gets. Let's get this knocked out. Get a little hydration. Now we can do some laps. Well. Finish up that swim. Over 2,000 meters in an hour. Not bad. About 1,700 away from a full Ironman swim. So not a bad day training. Now, I could talk all day about why I chose to do a triathlon and to do that journey to follow my fellow athletes. So basically, I'll start from the very beginning. So it started out with a 5K and then it moved up from there. But what I want to talk about is health. So the main reason I follow triathlons, and that's part of my life, is health. Health is a big role in every day-to-day. For instance, I was 30 years old, out of weight, out of shape, out of breath. My youngest kid at the time, which is my oldest kid now at the time, is, being a kid, saying negative things. So I took off after him like I was gonna, grab him, body slam him, whatever. Little did I know, I was out of breath in about 20 seconds. And I'm like, seriously? This can't be. So I'm like, I'm gonna stop eating bad. I'm gonna stop drinking soda, stop drinking tea, all the fatty foods, go on a protein meal plan right away at 30 years of age. So 17 years later, I'm doing the same thing, keeping my weight under control and loving life and full of energy. So much energy. My day-to-day is just full. From 7 to 10 o'clock at night, I am just go, 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 go. I actually fall asleep because I'm so tired and I've got the most out of each day. Well, so started a 5K, started that training, and I'll be honest with you, I couldn't run a light pole. I couldn't run from one light pole to the next. And if you know anything about light poles, they're probably 50 yards apart. They're not bad. I had this guy training me from the gym. So I started out with a gym and I was like, the gym, I just didn't get, I got stronger, but I didn't get leaner. And when I started doing the 5Ks and started running the lake, the weight just dropped off. So if you're struggling with your weight, start a couch to 5K plan and the weight will just fall off. Trust me. I'm not taking anything away from the gym. The gym is important. I love the gym. I love a good core workout. But I'm just chasing that cardio like no tomorrow. Well, moving on. So someone at church blessed me with a bike. I'm like, okay, I'll put the two together. I'll bike and run. So I got the pedals, I got the bike, someone gave me a helmet, and I'm on a road bike. I got no clue what I'm doing. I'm riding on the side of the road. There's no bike lane. I'm literally in 4 lanes of traffic and I'm on the side of the road with no bike lane. So I go to stop at a stoplight and I forgot to unlock my pedals, and right over I went. I didn't get hurt, just embarrassed me a little bit. That's just one of many, many stories of wiping out on a bike, because it can be dangerous, but it can also be very rewarding for your health. So if you can't run, like, Keith, I can't run. Well, bike. Keith, I can't bike. Okay, swim. Keith, I can't swim. Okay, do the elliptical. Anybody can do the elliptical. A blind guy can do the elliptical, because all you do is get on there and do the motions. It's super, super easy. And it's full of just peace and mental focus, and I just love it. So I got the bike, and then I'm like, man, I know how to swim. I've been swimming since I was 5 years old in my grandpa's pond. Like, I'll swim across pits. I mean, I've done it all. I've jumped off bridges into rushing waters. I can swim. So I went to the local pool, 25-meter pool. Couldn't even make it to the other side. Out of breath. So I started building. Now, before all the technology, we had the squares. Or you could use, numbers and just slide across and just count your laps that way. Now, what I did is I took my ring off, I took my shoe off, and I blocked it off. And every square would be 100 meters. So every 4 laps, move my ring down 1. So if I went 10 squares, 1,000 meters. And then I would just look at the clock. If it was 6 o'clock, I did it by 6:30. It was 1,000 meters in 30 minutes. Beautiful. So I had this guy at my work, customer, super nice guy, Greg. He comes in and he's got the bike in his truck and he's got it, like, the tire off, and he's got it bolted down, and it's like, man, this is cool. He's got the gear and he's just putting in the work. I'm like, man, what is that? He's like, Ironman. I'm like, what? Ironman, the movie? He goes, no, Ironman, the sport. I'm like, oh, okay, and didn't know what he was talking about. What he was talking about was the world of triathlon, and Ironman being one of the organizations that puts on these races. Now, you can do these mom and pop races all day long if you want. I choose not to. I choose to use the bigger races and the Ironman because they're insured, they're organized, they're pretty much in every community that you go to, and they're volunteer ran. I mean, I do have a dozen or so workers that move everything along. Just think of a festival. When a festival picks up and moves on, that's what Ironman does. They go from city to city and they call it Ironman Village. So the biggest thing with triathlon is, like, why I do it is just to drive. It gives me that drive. It's kind of like, example is, your yard's high, you need to cut the grass. You're just like, man, I don't want to cut my grass. I don't feel like that. And then you start cutting it and you're like, man, this looks good. You start cutting it some more and you get the whole yard done. Say it's an acre. I think my yard's an acre. Get the whole acre done. I backed out this morning. I looked over that yard. I was so proud. I was like, man, I did that. I cut that grass and look how great it looks. So that's what Ironman triathlon journey is about, is just chasing that next race, chasing that next positive high, looking for that dopamine, that positive dopamine, not the negative one, the one that your body makes, you know, being happy, completing something, just, you know, something positive. So that's why I chase triathlon, because I love it. And I'm gonna keep doing it until I can't do it no more. I'm gonna just do it till I can't put one foot in front of the other. I saw this guy today in the restaurant, and he was probably in his 90s. His son was with him, and he couldn't even get out of the chair to get in his walker. I'm thinking to myself right there, if that was me, I would have some kind of like 2-pound weight, working my arms, get my arms strong, or keep them strong at that age. Then that way I could push myself out of that chair. I'm always thinking of things to make me better as I get older. Because face it, we're gonna get older. There's no way around it. We're gonna get older, and that it is what it is. So yeah, so the biggest thing is, for me, when I started this journey, I'm like midnight to 12:15 on the dot, you had to sign up for an Ironman race, because they were kind of smaller then, and it didn't have the community that they have now, and the races would fill it like that. Or you could volunteer and you were guaranteed a spot for the following year. So I got roped into that, and I'm like, no. So now almost every year I've been able to sign up a few months before the race. You know, I'll wait like tier 2, tier 3, something like that, and then sign up. So that's what I recommend. If you want to chase this life, if you want to do this life, find a local Ironman in your state, sign up for it, give yourself 12 to 24 weeks to start training for it, and you can become an Ironman. That's why I chase Ironman. That's why I do Ironmans. Because of the drive. It just drives me to do great things, and it drives me to be successful. So I'll see you in the next video. We have a few weeks to go, and we'll be in Ironman, Panama City Beach, Florida. See you soon.